Factory was actually the first venue company that invited us to be part of their season. So we had been in the sticks of Toronto Indie Theatre for maybe 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
And Factory was the first one to be like, hey, here's ample space, a season placement, a team to support you, and a fee that you can
Make your work on this scale.
make work and live.
And they gave us life again. Oh. They gave us like an opportunity in a way that we have never had.
I feel like I hung around Factory a lot and had things happen, but not necessarily directly at Factory. They made you really understand that Factory was part of a new play ecology in the country. And so even if a play didn't make sense to happen at Factory, they still would encourage you to do it yourself or to other companies in other parts of the country or in the city. In theater school, not that we were given a prescriptive idea of how that would happen, but I think I didn't quite understand how, these incredibly important relationships that you have, these sort of like foundational relationships, might have nothing to do with premiering a play at their theater, but have everything to do with building you as an artist in your career and everything else. So
I feel like this is a theater really that is about developing a voice. I really think that's like it's done that for a lot of people.
They also kind of like they gave home to a show I was trying to tell for 9 years. It was a personal show. It was really scary, and to be in a place that it felt so comfortable and so at home that I was like, we were meant to be here, and we were meant to wait 9 years to tell the story. And even though we were like a tiny team, it felt, with the support of all the staff and all the people who work here, it felt like this is a production. And it helped me in my practice to be like, I can do this. Like I can stand there for an hour and not feel like I'm dying.
Our first opening at Factory was for the first piece in our trilogy, Honey, I'm Home, in 2024. I don't think we'd ever had 10 days of tech in our lives. In our lives. That feeling of like totally unhinged imminent disaster that compromises the quality of the work in the deepest way was not there.
We did like a run the Sunday before we opened, and it was like a couple people were there and staff were there, and we discovered holes. Holes in the show, holes in its rhythm, holes in its musical score. And that's like 5 days before we opened. And we managed from there to opening to fill those holes and tighten the show and make it better, make it how it should have been. We had the luxury of having the support and a team that we could pay to get ourselves in 5 days from, okay, it's okay, to there we go. That's a show.
The mandate has always been like home of the Canadian playwright, and like it really does feel like that. Yeah. Like it like in its bones, it really, I don't know, it's always felt that way to me. I remember we were doing Lady in the Red Dress. We did a workshop for it here. It was like the first play that like went somewhere for me. And I had seen Richard Zeppieri in a production called The Leisure Society here. And Nina and I decided to cast him in the reading for Lady, and so he didn't really know who we were. We were nobody, and so he comes in like kind of like on the day, and we're talking, and he goes, "Aren't you the guy that works in the box office?" I'm like, yeah. And he goes, and he turns to the room and goes, "Let this be a lesson. Be nice to everyone, because you never fucking know where your next job's coming from."